Welcome. It's the Holy Hour Podcast, the bi-weekly episode 201 podcast, the All Cure Podcast. Welcome back, or thanks for joining us for the first time. I'm Gavin, and I'm so happy to have Chaz and Antonio here with me this evening. Hello, fellas.
Hola.
Hello, Cure World.
That was Spanish for all you European people.
Yes. Yeah, we're trying to be more
so
multicultural for the next few months. We're going to start each show with a different... Totally. Bonjour. So yeah, big time in the Cure world, and as we start our run of episodes post 200, and we got some relevant, amazing Cure news happening up on the horizon as of, let's see, this will come out on Sunday, so this tour starts October 6th, which is Thursday. Yeah. So as of now, it's almost a week from tomorrow, the time recording this. Time it comes out, it'll be even closer, so hopefully everybody's got their bags packed, all their 17-second shirts packed and folded nicely in their suitcase, and they got their flights booked. Would be good. Or maybe it's cheaper just to wait till the day of and see what happens. Who knows?
or hitchhike.
Yeah. So we wanted to make an episode to get you guys that are going to those shows out there really pumped up and really excited with all the possibilities. We're going to try to predict what could happen, what might happen, what will probably just happen, and what would be totally insane if it happened. And for the people like us that aren't going, we can just kind of, not be bitter and come along for the ride.
Yeah, I predict that I am going to stop following any Facebook fan groups over the next couple months.
Yeah, you know,
just because I can't look at the same 5,000 posts over and over again.
Yeah,
and it's just like, and it's bad enough I'm not going to be there, but like it's going to be like everybody at the concert, and then if there's an interview afterwards or anything, that's going to be posted 5 billion times. It's just like, yeah, I'm okay.
So really, we don't even need to do anything. I think it's going to be everything's going to be plastered everywhere. But we're going to try to wrangle it in whatever format. I don't even really know what to expect as far as, we threw out the request to anybody out there that does want to do a review or any kind of just post-show recording of anything and send it to us immediately after, and I'll try to do every week's block worth of shows and recap based on what we got and what we know, and maybe it'll be 3 sentences, maybe it'll be 16 hours worth of recordings. I don't know, so bear with us. I'll try to probably do something every week, at least in some form or another, and drag you guys along if you're up for it, or if we can. So we'll see what happens. But lots of cool stuff. I'll even post a little video of people that seem to not realize you can record a voice memo on your phone and then just email it. It's that easy. You can just talk into
technology. What an amazing
I'll
thing.
Fix it all in the mix. So it doesn't even have to be good. I'll make you sound real cool. So definitely an open invitation to everybody out there, and we would love to hear from everyone. But yeah, so what do you think, guys? 46 shows on the top is the full stats of what we're looking at here. There's 46 Cure shows coming up. I noticed I printed out the whole schedule in very boring format, as you can see. This is it. So
that is so teacherly.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna pin it on my little bulletin board over here.
Yeah,
you get a gold star.
Yeah. So I'll rate each show based on what I hear. First show is this Thursday coming up in Riga, Latvia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely a strange place to start. Maybe I don't know.
I went there for spring break once.
Oh yeah, wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's like shit.
Hostel was a documentary for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, damn. It's like I went to Myrtle Beach, man. What the fuck? But
So remember that time in May when Robert Smith said the new album would be out before the tour?
yeah, so
Yeah,
we
we're
addressed
gonna get to
that. I figured.
I'm sorry, but you're
Still-
dropping that
still trying
that
to-
date being that close.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I was
Yeah.
trying to keep it positive, but so yeah, we got
any part of this tour that goes near Eastern Europe concerns me, but
Yeah.
I mean, just yeah. But other than that,
Yeah, let's try to do the quick skit of that. It seems like they're fairly good, I
is
don't know.
Latvia the closest to Russia that they're gonna
Closer to Russia, but
is right up against Russia. So yeah, we're not doing Eastern European politics or anything. I'm just
yeah, I guess
just
Poland,
stating the fact that that's very close to Russia. It's,
Poland would
Yeah,
be
but I
closer to
mean-
like Ukraine, though, right? Wouldn't that be like on that
Poland is
side?
right next to Germany and then connected to Ukraine. So yeah.
So,
Yeah, but then again, they're heading off to Sweden not too far after that, and from what I've been reading, there's actually been like bombings in Sweden. So I'm like, oh, even Sweden's not safe. I thought that was like the most like safe place on the planet.
yeah, I guess it's safe
Well-
to say nobody's safe anymore. Anywhere.
Robert, you know where the safest country in the world is where we'd have no violence whatsoever is the United States.
Yeah, everything's
Yeah.
fine over here. You should just come on over.
Come on down. The price is right.
Yeah. Here in
You get a free gun.
Nashville, we're totally just yeah. So yeah, I mean it's a long stretch. They're definitely covering a lot of territory, I guess. On the just I noticed that it wasn't any more than 3 shows in a row, so it was fairly calculated when I was looking at patterns of how many stretches were they just going to go like every night was a show. So they seem to max out at 3. I don't think any of them went over more than 3 in a row. But I mean, it's
Good.
pretty fucking impressive though. I mean, for 60-year-old dudes, like 46 shows and it's all like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess the travel isn't super long in between a lot of these places compared to like, if you're going all over. I don't know what the average would be, but it seems like they're fairly close at least. So they're probably able to get in their own little kind of bubble and world and travel that way, hopefully. So, but yeah, that's pretty impressive.
So this episode is just us talking out of our ass about Europe. So
Just
Yeah.
like totally
They're gonna
proving
be
our
like, these
geography.
uneducated Americans don't know shit about it.
So maybe
what's Latvia to Germany? I don't know. 3 hours.
There'll be a lot of that. But so yeah, maybe we should focus on the Cure side of things then. So I guess it is, maybe we won't delve into the new album dilemma as much as I guess the pressing number one question on these shows would be, will they play new songs though? Because I mean, fuck it, right? If they don't have the new album, what's stopping them from just dropping a few? They've done that in the past. Not a ton, but at the same time, I could totally see them opening with whatever the opening song on the album is, maybe closing it, or at least just sprinkling a few in there, or not playing any.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I
What do
mean,
you
I
think?
kind of want to talk about the new album. I don't know if you guys
Yeah, let's
are
do
up
it.
for that at all.
Let's do it.
I know that Roger is not really, I guess, not having it on his Twitter or his Instagram, which I get, you know, because you weren't the one that said what was said, and
Right.
you shouldn't be held responsible for somebody else's words. But it's as a fan, it's incredibly frustrating when you've told us,
Yeah.
it's bad enough we're not going to see you guys
Right.
for God knows when, but like we were, we're not owed anything, but like if your parents tell you you're going to go to Disney World and they keep telling you like we're going to go next week, we're going next week, we're going next week, and then finally it's like, fuck it, we're not going at all.
Right.
You're not owed that, but
Well, they're just
we're
like, we're not
told.
going to tell you when we're going, and just every day you wake up for an anticipation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
In
even
a
we're gonna go
world where
between
we're
now
all
and
ridden with
October.
anxiety, it's like, thanks.
Like you're saying, I totally get both sides of it, and I get that, the art, just wait for it. We're not owed it, like you're saying, but don't say specific months and stuff too. That was the problem. Don't be like, I mean, it's been like years of before October, before Christmas. It was before I mean, just say it's coming, and then everybody would have been
blame
totally,
it on COVID anymore. Like there's just zero excuse of blaming it on COVID
and I don't think he ever really did. So I think
but I think fans were using it as the way to not get upset or frustrated or give it some kind of reasoning rather than the irrational thing that it probably is. And
I just think go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that like it really sucks because like, and I mean this heartfelt. I was getting emotional at work thinking about it today because like the last couple of years have sucked so much.
Right.
Like so much. Like with everything. And like really looking forward to having a new album. You know? And then before tour.
Yeah.
And like
and it all finally made sense too.
It's
like all the past like hype was kind of like, I could see this falling through. But then it's like you do have to have the new album before the tour is a very Cure thing to do. I mean, it was all lining up to like, okay, it was worth it. It makes sense. We'll get it before the tour. And then it's like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I have to be the one to say there's still a chance something can pop up before maybe Friday or Thursday.
I mean, in this day and age, you're correct. You can literally just wake up tomorrow and your music's out there. You know, like I just dropped 2 new songs and like it was literally like I was sitting in the morning having my coffee and I was like, shit, I never put those songs out. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do it. And then it's like, before I finished a half a pot of coffee, I had 2 tracks out everywhere. Like, I mean, it's wild. Literally that easy. In the weirdest way. This is not, it's got to be shipped to Tower Records anymore. You know, like
I don't think anybody's asking for that.
No.
Like that's not what we want. I want to wake up, see that my Spotify is telling me that it's there, and I want to dive in. I mean, like I'm, you're right. These last couple of years have been really tough, and it's just like the little joys or the little wins have been like very few things. Like when live music came back, like and like it's been like, okay, cool, great. But then on the flip side, it's like, okay, well, the live band we want to see is not playing over here, and then it's the cool new music. I'm craving that like drastically. It's just like I just want to have new Cure songs in my ears, it's it's like great. We got the Wish reissue. Now we're gonna get another version of it on Record Store Day on picture vinyl. I want the new album.
and I think that might be a bone they're throwing or Robert's throwing us, which thank you. And thank you for the unreleased stuff. I appreciate that, and we all do. But like, I don't know. I don't think you should be upset at fans for you not producing what you said you were going to produce. And I know that you didn't say that, like Roger didn't say it, but you've kind of set yourself up to be the voice, the voice of the band in a way. So people are going to come to you because you're the only one that's out there talking. So.
And there's always going to be people that word it terribly and stuff. I don't even know.
People are assholes too.
I'm assuming we're nailing it right now by just talking about it calmly.
I know I am.
Hey, listen, we're podcasters. We're allowed to talk out of our asses.
But at the same time, you see the people on there just like, this is bullshit. You owed me, you son of a bitch. I loved you. And it's just like, okay, calm them down a little bit. But at the same time, it's like, I get that. And, there's 2 sides to it. And, they, like I said, they would have been totally fine to saying it's coming if he didn't say it specifically before the tour, before this, and that's like on the 12th round of it. This has been going on for like 3 years now, it seems. But
what would be really rad is if he just said, the day before the tour, he's like, put out a message saying, sorry, it's not out yet. I'm really working on it. Here is a studio version of those 2 songs they played the last tour.
Yeah.
That never got recorded or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, something to say, you know, I'm sorry, here you go.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Just to, you know, I don't know.
Or
I'm really caught up with how much this world has sucked, you know, and I'm not putting it all on them to make everybody feel better, but it's like,
and especially because they've been talking up too how great it is and how awesome it is. You know, it's like one thing if it was this super vague, like I don't know if they even want to put it out. You know, if they weren't really talking it up or anything, but they're like, oh yeah, best thing since Disintegration, super dark. You know, 3 albums. You know, it's just like, oh come on, man, you're killing us. But none of you can hear.
The whole time we're like, yeah, okay, whatever. But then there's that small part of you,
totally.
that takes over in these moments where you're just like, they're right. It's going to be amazing. You know, somebody posted Johnny Cash's like later work before, you know, the last couple of years before he died and how superior that was to like a lot of his other stuff. And they're like, it could, I'm like, that could be the cure.
Could,
yeah.
I mean, it is possible in the sense that it's like, it is Robert Smith and he is deliberately like waiting on this. So, you know, it's not just some like totally piece of crap that he's like, whatever about. I mean, he obviously cares about it a lot, whatever the fuck it is.
He's not giving us an orchestra version of like the self-titled Cure.
Yeah. So, I mean, it can't just be something
where he's doing recorder solos.
Yeah, I mean, it's just clearly something epic going on here, but man, it's pretty frustrating because we want to hear it.
Yeah, and you know what it is? It's like, you know, from a musician standpoint and just talking to a lot of musicians and working with a lot of bands, it's you know, a lot of bands, you know, they're trying to get things out as soon as possible, and they're trying to hit the road as much as possible because it's what's keeping them alive and what keeps them afloat. When you don't have to worry about that, like I feel like there's also a little less initiative behind how quick the process may be. You know, it's like, it's, you know, Robert Smith is not in danger of like lapsing on his mortgage.
Right.
But it's like when you know
well, I mean, that's what we were hoping the tour would do. You know, would kick it into high gear to get it finished. And you know, I didn't want to spend this whole episode just complaining. So, but you know, it's the elephant in the room that, you know, I'm sure he's going to get asked about that throughout
like
the whole
every interview
tour.
If he does any, it's gonna be like just more annoying. You'd think he'd just put it out to be done with it.
Put a statement out.
Here's a wild question for you. What are we gonna do if he drops it Friday morning and this episode doesn't come out until Sunday?
Well, no, he would drop it like on Wednesday when the episode's already been out 3 days. So we look like the biggest
Total
fucking assholes in the world.
Yeah,
what are they bitching about?
I'll show those ducks.
But so I guess I don't know if they'd have to stick to the Friday thing or not, or would want to do that. I think they could probably put it out whatever the hell they wanted, but I think most people still
you know, new records used to come out on Tuesdays. So he can go old school and drop it on a Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, we'll take it any day. But at the same time, just
the first show they just play the whole entire album live.
Could be a prediction. I don't know. I mean, maybe they would do something weird like that.
And then the encore is they come out and they play all just songs from the instrumental album, and he doesn't sing at all.
Whoa, that's it. And then everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
And then he comes out and plays his solo album for the third encore, and
then they do a glove song and leave.
Yeah. And then everybody's pissed because they didn't play Just Like Heaven. So that's I guess where we can start steering it in that direction of the more prediction side of I like that idea. They just play the whole album. That would be pretty funny and cool for everybody to hear it all live.
A record release concert.
So why not? That would be kind of rad, really. I mean, especially because they do play so long, they could play the whole album, then just do like a whole like solid hour and a half,
solid greatest hits.
You could do 2 hours of greatest hits.
All right, so I reached out to our buddy Mike, the singer of House of Harm, and he is going to be going over to Europe for a bunch of shows on this tour. So he said he's going to be in Geneva, Lyon, Montpellier,
Okay.
I don't know how to say that. Barcelona and Madrid. So I told him he's got to send us good stuff that he's got, and then maybe we can hop on with him like one morning after he wakes up from, or one morning we'll get on with him live and talk to him about the show. He said he was totally down. So
Awesome.
we got
Yeah,
we got an inside man.
Awesome. Yeah, I guess a good time to drop too that I also heard from Colleen, who helped us out with the South Africa show and the Sydney ones, and she hit up a bunch of the 2019 festivals, but she said that she would also be happy to send us little sound bites and recordings of shows that she hits up too. So we got at least a couple confirmed connections there.
Cool.
And yeah, she's awesome, and hitting up 14 shows. Scandinavia and in Germany and Austria, Croatia, Italy, Switzerland, and France. Sounds like the bulk of them are going to be in Germany. Her first one is in Stockholm, the third show on the 10th. So she said she definitely will send us something after the first gig to get the ball rolling there. And and I was like, yeah, just as much as you're willing, we'll make it work, fit it in. And but she sounded like she was down for it. She said, I think she's going to go all the way till November 22nd too. Wow. So in Cologne, Germany, says the last one I think she's going to. She's got a birthday show in France too.
Nice.
So that'll be rad. And she was saying she's excited because a couple of the ones in particular, the Padova one in Italy is only like 4,000 capacity. So a fairly small place. And the Vienna one is 8,000. Yeah, I mean, just to put in perspective, since we've been talking about Merriweather Pavilion a lot, that's 19,000 there.
Wow.
So,
that's crazy.
So, 4,000 capacity is like a tiny little intimate show for the Cure. So,
Now here's a question for you guys, a little sidestep fun question. So let's just say all expenses paid, one show you could go to on this. Any of the dates, which one would it be?
Dun, dun, dun. Probably Dublin, just because I want to go to Ireland again.
Yeah, that's cool. I would probably have a couple answers, of course, as always. I can't just answer it once. Of course not. The Vienna, Austria one would be awesome just because I always wanted to go there too. That would be rad. And it's a smart capacity, like she's saying, so that would be cool. But then the ones I was most realistic about when I was like, I might do it would probably just be one of like the last one would be awesome. The Wembley one, one of those in the UK there would be.
I was going to say, I feel like I'd want to see them in Wembley just because I feel like the place itself also has so much like rad music history to it.
Yeah.
You know, like, if I remove the fact that I would love to go to Italy. I mean, I'd love to go to a lot of these places, but I think seeing them at Wembley would kind of be like one of those things that's like one of those epic moments, like in a big place like that. That's just, And I mean, I'll always think about Queen at Wembley. I mean, I know Robert doesn't like Queen, but I do.
Yeah, I mean, so much history and just Cure history with that place too.
Exactly.
Just the fact that there, so many cool stuff recorded there, and and just the realistic factor for myself anyway of knowing that if I somehow did pull off this trip and just went straight to England, I'd probably have more fun because I could somewhat communicate and, feel like I wasn't totally, if I went to Barcelona, it would be like amazing, I'm sure, but I'd spend half the time just panicking that I was like in the wrong place or screwing something up or offending somebody.
You'd be like,
something.
Parlez-vous français? Train.
So
I know how to ask where the bathroom is.
Yeah, it's amazing though. I mean, that's a good list when you look at it as far as vacation destinations and seeing the Cure. I was like, oh man, it's so tempting. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then the Belfast one too is kind of enticing.
And there's something about always trying to see the last Cure show too of something like this, just given
it might be the last ever.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just whether it be because of their age or just because they decide not to do it anymore, or just the world ends or whatever at this fucking point, who knows? But like seeing the last Cure show in the batch is definitely a thing. I clung to that a lot, where I got lucky going to that Austin City Limits one, and it turned out to be the last show that they have played. And strangely enough, it's coming up on the anniversary almost of that. October 12th was the Austin City Limits show and their last show that they've played. So yeah, let's see, 4 dates in will be the anniversary. It's been a good chunk of years, 3 years since the last show.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the longest they've ever gone.
That's why they've been practicing so much lately.
Yeah, they better practice. So yeah, we've been getting some good photos from Roger and Eden and stuff like that, seeing their practice spaces and some good photography of Simon and stuff like that. Looked cool. So that was good. Hype for everybody, or reassurance for everybody that bought hotels. And it's like
was it more reassurance that he's actually still in the band?
Yeah, that too. I think it was like the perfect amount, because it was like, okay, cool, Simon's at least rehearsing. His son is on board and putting shit on the truck, and and they're all there. So yeah, no pictures of Robert, but I'm assuming he's in there somewhere. It's gonna be quite a surprise.
Yeah.
New singer.
Oh no!
Nobody ever knew that Simon could sing.
Yeah,
we're gonna find it out.
That was part of his argument of coming back to the band.
Yeah,
that he gets to sing half the song. Oh no! I do love too the idea of how, of all the speculation that we could do of what's going to happen on this tour and stuff, there's no real worry, I don't think, on anybody that they've lost a step in the last 3 years or anything. But I mean, it has been 3 years, so you wonder, but at the same time, I'm sure they're going to fucking sound as tight as ever. And, I think that's pretty rad that we can have that kind of faith in a band that's that old at this point. It's like, I think he'll sound great. And,
well, I mean, it's like riding a bike. Like I was just saying, I just got to see New Order, on Friday, and they were just fucking, so good, totally killing it. And then I got friends that then I went to a couple of the shows on the tour and said they were fantastic. So, I don't know. I think these older guys that were, raised on, booze and and before the world had social media, are kicking a lot better than some of the others.
So it's a good testament that you can live the party life and still function and be I think everyone should really party hard in their younger years, and then, it'll make you stronger for when you're 60 and stuff. You can.
All right. We have to have a disclaimer here. The Holy Hour podcast is not
everyone should get addicted to heroin.
What? So I think they're just kind of special. Something in the genetic makeup of these guys. Most people can't quite pull this off, but and a lot of these bands don't. I think they do kind of get up there and flail around and can still do it, but that doesn't mean they should still be doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
We've definitely seen some terrible examples of it too, but I don't know. I think the Cure is just in a different realm than these people. So
definitely for sure. And I tell you what, New Order also, I mean, I will say it, they also did play a level tear us apart. So
nice, yeah.
Oh, very nice.
That's Melissa was like blown away that she was like, I got to hear it live. She had like a super deep like goth moment.
Awesome. Yeah, it's so good. It's and they've gotten better. They were even pretty rough in those early years of like the technology and sounding thin and stuff. And now they could just totally keep it. It's a say. I always feel sorry for Peter Hook. I wish he was still with them, because they sound better, arguably better now than they ever did. So I guess as far as like themes and stuff, do you think I guess there's a couple options. I was thinking as far as predicting what kind of sets they would play, where it could just be kind of like we had mentioned in the 200th episode. I think it could be a darker theme set, kind of the way they did with the Dream Tour with Blood Flowers, since if the new album is being sprinkled in there and it's dark, it isn't inconceivable that they would be a little heavier on the dark stuff. And since they did the pop heavy stuff in 2019 with all the festivals, it's been so long now that I don't know if they're tired of doing that or they could just come out blazing with the pop again. But it's conceivable they could do a darker themed or at least darker encores, So that would be cool.
That would be cool. I don't know. I think they're gonna. Are we giving our prediction like what they're gonna go heavy with?
Yeah.
Right now?
What do you think?
I think they're going to go heavy on Wish.
Yeah, that was the other.
Yeah. I mean,
his anniversaries, he seems to really love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only other option would be go to heavy on Wish and heavy on Pornography, like like switch it up every night like they did over here.
Yeah, that's what I was totally thinking, because they love to alternate, like one night would be like a Pornography heavy set and then the other one would be Wish.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool though, even though they don't really play off each other perfectly well, maybe, but if they're alternating nights, then that would be kind of cool. Instead of just doing
I have a theory.
Okay, let's hear
Go ahead.
I feel like because of the amount of time that's passed, I feel like the anniversary of of big records of theirs, I feel like they might pull a discography type thing and do certain songs from every record and play them through.
Like in a row kind of thing, like they
kind of like what they did, like the curation thing.
Kind of like start with first album stuff, like hit everybody with that, then go through the whole thing and just really cap off like how big and amazing of a journey that this band's discography and 40 plus years has been. I mean, let's think about the things like since a full world tour that have happened. Like they've had, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, all these major anniversaries on these records, saying that now there's multiple albums dropping. You almost lost your key band member. Like all this shit, and just give everybody this like, okay, we're still here. Here's us all the way through.
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong. I mean, it's a dream
it's definitely theory. All these are possible with them. You never know what they'll come out with, but yeah, I like it. That's cool. I almost wonder if that would make them feel like they're closing everything too much, but at the same time, it's like it's their farewell tour kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, and they have so many songs with the albums. Yeah, like we're saying with that curation thing, they did like one song from each one, and that was a full set. Yeah. So if you did a couple songs from each one, that would be like, whoa, that's a long. But I guess they could do it, So.
I mean, if they, also if they didn't do like, extended versions, radio edits.
Totally. But yeah, I could see them. I mean, I guess even in that show, they went all the way up and then all the way back again. So it was 2 songs, 2 full sets, So
yeah,
that'd be kind of cool, and especially because then if it builds up to like an encore of the new couple songs from the new album, that would be pretty rad, Where it's like,
or just like slam everybody with like 2 new songs and then go through the whole discography. Like, sorry, we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
So, do you think are we going to predict? Are they going to play any new songs?
I'm saying I think that's gotta be in there. Like at least.
And then how many?
I'd say at least 2. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't do the opener closer thing. Like one of the nights, if they do like an alternating kind of thing or whatever. Like they almost like they do with the self-titled. I remember they came out before the album even came out and did like Lost, and then promised at the end, but at least it was kind of like, whoa, new songs, you know. But so they could kind of do that. It's a little weird.
I can see them do that.
Yeah, it's a little weird because they're saying it's like darker, you know, where it wouldn't be like you could just drop a cool new catchy single somewhere in the middle, you know. It would just have to be something kind of epic like that where you do it at the beginning and the end.
Yeah, or they would have to sandwich it somewhere around either pornography songs or disintegration songs.
Yeah.
You know, just if it's gonna have that feel to it.
Yeah. Or more realistically for them, even they would do like an encore, like the first encore, they come out and play like 2 new songs, and then everybody like, "Wah!" And then that would just be like the new song block. And then, you know, they go back to it. If they don't really fit with the other ones or anything, then that would probably be how they do it.
And then they end with Friday in Love.
Yeah. It's like, whoa.
Please stop that.
So yeah, I'm thinking definitely some new stuff. They kind of have to do that, especially if the album doesn't somehow magically appear in the next 7 days. You know, then
because they almost have to prove to everyone that these songs actually exist.
Yeah, exactly.
I hear you. I'm just not holding out hope. But you know, I don't know. I do. Do you picture them playing one of the songs from the 2000? Those 2 songs from the 2016 tour?
Nah, I think those are done and gone. Yeah, I think maybe It Can Never Be the Same might appear somewhere, you know, but probably not. I would say probably done and gone. But never know with them. That's kind of the cool thing. So I guess that's that unpopular opinion too, and a question that will make everybody that is going to these shows panic a little bit, but. Do you think they're going to do classic Cure move like they had their whole career where they change it up at least every other night, kind of alternating sets and stuff? Or do you think that this is a new pattern that formed with the festivals in 2019 where they pretty much stick to the same set every night? Because that was a weird move in 2019.
I think festivals are a little different when it comes to this. So I think that was a little bit more obvious choice of doing like the straight same sets every night for the festivals.
Yeah.
For concerts, I feel like they're going to switch it up. But that's what I was thinking, like Pornography and Wish, just because of the anniversaries. Wish, definitely. I think the Wish is going to be heavily played on this.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Agreed. Yeah. Especially because, you know, with it also, part of the reissue is has been remastered. You know, I feel like he's sat with these songs a lot. Mm-hmm. So it just would make sense. I think it would be different in the US. I think Europe tends to have more travel where people are going to hit like a lot more of the same shows, and they're going to assume that the people want to hear different songs, at least a little bit different. Where in the US, it's like, you know, they could be playing New York one day, and then the next day it's all the way in Washington, DC. And, you know, it's travel is a goddamn nightmare in the United States of America. You know, so it's less likely that the people will travel to multiple shows, but you know, I mean, look at the end of that tour. It's 3 shows at Wembley. I can't see them doing the same set all 3 nights.
And I just see him going crazy. He couldn't do that, you know. I mean, it was never exactly the same, I don't think, for the festivals anyway, but it was the same songs just kind of shuffled around. But I don't see him doing that. But it's just funny and weird though too. Is another like credit to them that how many bands do that though, you know, and like
just play the same set.
You don't really think anything of it, but you know, to the Cure fans, it would just be so shocking and be like, oh no, what, you know, if they're just playing the same shit every night, you know, it's just like, oh man. But we gotta have those little nuggets of holdout hope for them. They're gonna pull out some B-side or some crap out of their ass. It's
yeah. You want to predict any B-sides they're going to play?
Yeah, let's do our realistic and unrealistic if you have any in mind. That would be kind of fun just to see what do you think would be cool ones that you're hoping they'll, and I guess this would translate to by the time we get to actually see them, they would still play these. So like,
Yeah.
as much as I want everybody going in, to have the best experience as possible, this is kind of my choices anyway, for the hope that I would get to see these at some day too. So. But yeah, did you have some in mind, you guys?
So I'm hoping that they play. Does Burn count?
Yeah, sure. Could be one
They're
that has been
pretty
regular, but you're hoping that it sticks around. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna play Burn just because of how well that played over when they played last time.
I agree, because I also think the other thing is the fact that movie will probably be remade by the time they tour again after this, and I think they need to, because that song was also such a epic part of that fucking movie.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna be playing on Halloween in Italy.
Ooh.
So you gotta play.
Oh, I changed my mind. That's the show.
Halloween. Yeah, that would be rad.
Halloween in Italy.
Shit, nice. Yeah, that'd be a rad show.
Yeah, that would be. I hope they play Exploding Boy, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
Halo would be a rad one. I'm trying to think what some of the B-sides on Wish were.
That was my unrealistic but hope with Halo would somehow be the equivalent of the ones that they dug up last time. Yeah, it would be cool.
Yeah.
It's unrealistic, but the fact that the Wish anniversary has a slate, if it ever is going to pop up, that would be the chance, So,
yeah.
Halo. As far as like ones like Burn, just One Kiss, I hope sticks around because they dug that up for the festivals in 2019, and that would be cool if that could hang in there again, because I love that and it sounds so good live. That would be a cool one to have in there.
I would love to hear Too Late or Sugar Girl.
Yeah,
but those are kind of like, I don't think that's ever going to happen, but you never know. And then Exploding Boy is always on top of the list, so which it could be realistic. We never know. So
sure, that's the cool
part.
You
can never count anything out at that point.
Yeah. I thought Twilight Garden would be cool because of the Wish thing, and they did.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my big picks.
That would be cool. Because they seemed to go over well too. Like Exploding Boy, even when they played it, you could tell he was kind of fumbling through it, and they kind of were giggling through it a bit or something. It didn't really feel like they were like, "Whoa, we nailed this. We're gonna do it every night." I still think they only did it like a few times, and then it just disappeared. I think for the whole second half of that tour, So it was like, it was definitely a that thing in there moment kind of song, But I felt like Twilight Garden hung in there a few more. I don't know the stats off the top of my head, of course, but that one seemed a little tighter and could be a regular in the set, especially if they're doing Wish heavy.
That would be nice, but I don't know.
Yeah, hard to say. Some of those ones off of Wish, if they don't, it'd be great to hear again, like To Wish Impossible Things and Apart would be really cool. To have those just a reason, and would be cool to hear them again. So hopefully they throw some of those in there. That would be cool.
Apart, still to me, I think it's like one of the most underrated Cure songs.
Yeah.
In Cure fandom, like I know you love that song too,
right?
But I just mean it like in general in Cure fandom, it just like it doesn't get as much love.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess the pornography side of that too, it'd be cool to hear, like, Siamese twins like confirmed in a set, or something like that, or that and like Cold and ones off of that would be really rad.
Maybe on Halloween they'll play Fear of Ghosts.
Yeah. all spooky
Halloween. They just play pornography all the way through on Halloween. That'd be, oh my god, I'd be so fucking angry if they did that.
I think that would send you into a rage.
We'll have to keep an eye on that set list for sure. That's cool. I guess two of my unrealistic favorite or hopes would be, of course, A Few Hours After This would be in there with Exploding Boy and Sugar Girl. Those ones are like, probably never gonna happen, but that'll be a glorious day when it does. I don't think that's ever been played live. So, pretty slim chance. And Cut Here would be another one that I feel like should be in the sets.
Yeah, for sure.
So maybe something would inspire that to come back regularly, or at least for a few shows. And
would be nice.
Preferably one where somebody's making a really high quality video of it to post on YouTube.
I'm hoping they will rock out the longest sets they've fucking rocked out.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just, you know, it's like, yes, they have, you know, obviously they have their opening band that they love to take out with them in the Twilight set. But
I fucking forgot they were going on tour with them.
Yes. Yeah.
Completely forgot.
So it's like part of me was thinking if they didn't announce openers that they were going to give like some epic, crazy long performance, but they do have Twilight Sad out on this tour.
Sure.
Yeah, they had Twilight Sad in 2016. They still played 3 hours.
3 hours, yeah. So so I definitely am. I'm hoping after all this time they're going to give everybody 3 hours.
I felt like there was a quote somewhere recently where somebody, I can't even remember if it was Robert or Roger, somebody said something along the lines that made me think they were going to kind of scale it back a touch. I think he said like 2.5 hours or something, but he's kind of like, we're finally, I can't remember what the hell it was, so I don't want to try to repeat it, but it was something that kind of hinted at maybe they weren't going to try to break any records. But I mean, I think that's how it goes with them, is if they're on fire that night, they're just going to keep going, you know, and it's not really a set thing. But yeah, that would be rad if they are just so happy to be out there. And
yeah, I mean, like, look, Jason was pushing it with his like drumming to the recordings. Like, how long did he play on that? Like,
yeah, I mean, that was that epic. I think that was the longest one they ever did, that Mexico City one. That thing
he played along with that, but didn't he like keep going and play something else too when he did that? Like,
after it, did he keep I don't know, did he play more, like, just for fun?
Legend is he's still playing.
He's still playing.
Yeah, he's still there, and like the camera turned off and he's like, guys, hello.
It's like, geez, well, he's warmed up. But yeah, I mean, they could do it probably. That would be pretty rad. I mean, I guess there's the factor that's a pretty long tour too, and there's not a huge gap in between. But yeah, maybe one of those ones where
they're only playing 3-4 days a week though, so it's not like they're doing every single night.
So yeah, they got those 3-day runs, so they're probably not gonna.
It's funny too, because it's like he kicks off on the 6th, and then it's like then there's day off. You know, it's they're not even going back right out of the gate. Like it's 6, 8, 10, 12. So it's like after the 4th show, there's 3 in a row. That's the first, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
So there's that's definitely got to be intentional. That's that whole like, let's test the waters and see how we're
how they have a day to fix stuff if they need to.
If we're gonna cramp up and like you know
totally fall apart on a song that they can rehearse it in between or something.
Now, do we also think that they are at the point where they are traveling with a tour doctor?
Probably.
No, absolutely.
At least somebody like more like a sports, you know, like what do you call it? A physical
sports medicine guy.
Somebody that massages his throat in between encores or something. Pours his orange juice down his mouth for him.
Chooses food for him and spits it back out.
Yeah, B12 right in the coolie. You know?
Yeah, it's I would assume so. It's like
any merch predictions?
Ooh, merch.
Terrible
merch. Euro 22 with a picture from 15 years ago.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they've had some time to redirect that and
I doubt it.
Hire a new kid or somebody. One of his nephews or somebody has become a graphic design major or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to think. I guess that'll be fun for anybody out there too. Definitely post your new shirts or anything like that.
Well, I do like what they did with the 22 with the 2s reversed.
Mm-hmm.
On like the tour posters and stuff.
Yeah, it is cool.
I was like, oh, okay. I was like, there you go. Getting a little creative and a little artistic there.
It's off like an Evanescence vibe to me, but
I mean, I'm so cool I wouldn't know that was an Evanescence vibe.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not awesome enough to like make it all centered around that. Hopefully that's not like the big graphic on there with the picture of them or something.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If
Yeah,
we could
yeah,
just put
exactly.
it on there somewhere and not have it be like this is the whole design. But
It's just that 22 with like lipstick stained behind it. You know?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
He said the new album art was all done too. I mean,
Sure.
but but
it
at
when
the
I say
same
it.
time, so maybe that could be incorporated in. That would be rad. You know, we speculated that that shirt from Austin City Limits might have been something, but that
Yeah.
was hopeful thinking. But I don't know. It could be cool. Hopefully, we'll see something different and get some more clues from that. That'd be kind
So
of neat.
so here's another prediction. Will we all
Mhm.
get our Wish reissues before this tour is over?
Yeah, I still worry. There's the disaster potential on that is pretty high, but I think hopefully they'll still come out on the 25th, right, of November, which is
Hopefully.
weird. Yeah, that it's like right after, I guess it's still got some tour left at that point. So yeah, right in the middle of the tour, people will be getting those and posting all their cool Wish.
Yeah, but what's even
cares.
weirder
And I just
though,
get angry because mine didn't show up yet.
Yeah,
but
mine's
what's
all
even
broken
weirder
and
though
shit.
is, and what kind of pisses me off about it is
Uh-huh.
that November 25th is also the record store day when the picture disc is coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like there's not even a separation between the release date on the original one that we all like went psycho to pre-order.
Right.
And,
And then-
so it's like that same day I'm going to be getting up early and going to stand online at my local
You
record
could've
store
just-
to
could've
get the
just bought
picture
it
disc.
all.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I've already prepaid for the other one that's coming, but I didn't fucking get it yet.
Yeah. Plus some album, you already have like 15 copies of it technically on other formats,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a drag, but I guess it's cool that it made
That's
the
how they
picture
get
disc
you.
people happy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got all my money on that. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean that's
got
like that's Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving and everything. We're gonna be out of town, so it's gonna be like in my held mail. So I'm gonna have to like come home like three extra days. I'm gonna have to wait probably or something to come get it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be all broken and shit.
and hope your like post office didn't like leave it outside.
Yeah, which is always the case. It'd be all soaking in the rain for like 3 days. Awesome. Thanks. I only waited 30 fucking years for this.
Yeah, finally got it on vinyl, and now it's
Yeah.
just a glorified giant coaster.
Yep. So,
Do you think at all that Simon will give the bass to his son at all for any reason whatsoever? I thought that might happen like once or twice this tour.
yeah, I mean, I guess it would be if something came up and he couldn't do it, right? So I guess he can't really, predict those kind of things. Or if he just wants a night off, maybe he proved that he could
Yeah.
just have the sub and say something. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he makes it through all 46 without an Eden appearance. Might be kind of cool somewhere in there too. Just to
No,
keep
you
that.
know what would be hilarious? First night, first song. They don't
Yeah.
tell anyone. His son comes out instead of him. Everyone bugs out, and then like he comes out on the second song, and his son gives him the bass.
Yeah.
Comes down from the rafters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
descends from the.
Yeah,
Zip lines in.
yeah. He pulls like a pink, and he comes like in a trapeze. Like
Robert's like, okay, let's back it off now. You're kind of. Yeah, it'd be like the greatest switcheroo since throwing off Robert's wig in the In Orange concert.
There
like
you
if
go.
they gave out some kind of stage antics. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see though. I mean, if you think of like, I guess that's the other prediction question of like, what's the most drastically crazy things that could happen? It's like, I don't know, something like that, or I guess
or
it
like
would-
one of the gorillas comes out and they do their collaboration song.
Yeah, we
man.
didn't. We should like line up and see if there's any like
churches
dates.
shows or anything
like,
close.
like anything close by.
Yeah,
So,
like if churches or gorillas are in town at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they've ever been too that would be too common in Cure history to have like just rando people come out on stage, but why not? It's fun to speculate. Blink 182 come out and join.
Oh yeah.
Well, they don't even know if they're a band right now.
Yeah, right. Aren't they?
Or who's in it? Travis Barker's busy running the rest of the world.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess any other wacky predictions would just kind of fall on the something tragic is happening or something, that wouldn't be fun to try to predict it anyway. It's like, oh no, hopefully everyone can stay healthy, and it's a big crew and stuff, so you still worry about the COVID factor or just
or monkeypox.
Monkeypox or just falling apart, because they're older, if something just could trip it up and lose a few of these shows along the way would suck. But I don't know. They've definitely proven they can handle the full.
They got it.
Yeah, they got it.
You got this. You got this.
They're pros, old pros. So yeah, I don't know. It'd be pretty rad. And like you said, those finale shows in Wembley will be awesome to see if they pull anything out super crazy on those. That would be the one where they play the 4.5 hour long show. I think would be the last one there. So.
Yeah, because it originally was only 2, and then they added a third date because the demand was so high and the sellout was so quick and all that other stuff. I'm also hoping there's a good amount of maybe there's some filming on this tour, and we'll get another something put together from a visual standpoint.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'd be down with that, even though we got the anniversary and all, but that's always cool just to document, each tour even would be cool to have an official kind of video.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be mad. I'd buy a freaking Blu-ray, I wouldn't hate that.
Those are cooler than kind of exhausted on the live albums, if they put out a live album from this tour, before the new album.
Oh my God.
I'd be
say that to me. Stop.
Yeah, that puts it into 2023. I mean,
I think they've put out 4 live albums since the last album or something, but yeah, so I could definitely live without an actual audio recording of a live album, but a video is always welcomed, or just some kind of, even if they did a cool live stream again, like they did for the Sydney Disintegration ones, that would be really cool if just picked some random night or something where they could, because the time on most of these for us, I guess, will be a good chunk of time ahead of us, so it'll be fun trying to track these, we're going to be refreshing the phone at 1 o'clock in the afternoon or something. What would it be? Exactly. 5 hours for most of them, I think. So that'd be kind of funny and cool, or at least we're not getting updates at 3 a.m. necessarily. So that'll be cool where we can, something totally crazy goes down, we could be we gotta record.
Yeah, everyone get to your computer. Let's just make sure your Wi-Fi is working though.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Well, I guess we could keep this on the shorter side and just kind of roll with that, unless you guys have any other thoughts. I'm just psyched for everybody that gets to go out there and see these shows, and curious to see what they're gonna deliver, and curious to see how everybody holds up and what the stories are. So it'll be fun to see. Like I said, pretty cool list. They're gonna, I guess, they bounce around quite a bit too when you look at the full geographical. Not that I'll get back into that again, but the idea of they kind of start out in Scandinavia and stuff, then go down, have the kind of German block there and France, but then they go back and forth, I guess, where there's a France show on November 7th, and then they kind of pass, then they go back to Switzerland and stuff, and the Netherlands, then come back to France at the end of November before hitting England. So it's a little bit of zigzagging.
England.
Yeah, so
I would like to see some anti-Queen merch on this tour, not the band Queen. But,
God didn't save the Queen.
God fuck the Queen.
And it's Robert Smith with a crown on.
Ooh, yeah. A little king crown. Yeah, let me get.
No, if they do that, but they'll roll up to Wembley Stadium. And they're like, "Sorry, doors locked, bro."
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh shit!
Queen's Guard is outside.
You
of,
were
like,
serious?
Wembley.
You're blacklisted. I live here.
Oh
Vanished.
yeah. I can't really think of anything else on the tour that. I mean, I'm just super jealous, super excited. Upset that there's not an album, but I'm trying to deal with that on my own way. But yeah, I don't know. I hope it's not the same run of the mill. I really hope they don't go with what they went with on the festival circuit.
As far as the set list,
where it seemed good, but it's like a lot of it seemed like it was just let's play the hits.
Yeah, they kind of catered to the surface level fans a little too much, but and something to note.
I think you have to on the festivals a little bit. So this is different. I definitely feel this is different. And as much as I'm going to be bummed out that I'm not at these or that I don't have the record in my hands, I think that first day, just knowing that the show is happening, I think there's going to be a little bit of like hope and whatnot. But that's the other thing that we didn't talk about. Do we think we're going to hear anything soon about U.S. dates? And if there are going to be U.S. dates or South America dates, when do we think those will be? Because at this point, I don't even think they're going to hit the U.S. in the winter.
Yeah, I don't think the spring is probably going to be the earliest we're going to see them.
And like we were saying, I think the 2016 tour, they announced them around Thanksgiving. I think it was
because I bought my tickets in December.
Yeah, and then in December, so I mean that for shows that like popped up around like April, I think was the earliest, or May. So that's still doable. If we get to like the end of this tour and that we haven't heard anything, then we're fucked, I think. But
yeah, because I really hope they don't jump right till summer and then only do festivals.
Yeah,
because I fucking hate
it. That would break my heart.
Yeah, I would be so pissed off.
And technically they could do fall again, like one of those deals.
We had a whole nother year.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep today.
I think a real good chance still is spring for sure. And then and it's kind of weird with all the predictions of set lists and stuff. Even if they pull out all this cool shit on this one, it's pretty much no real chance that they're going to do that again on the U.S. tour. We would have a whole nother set of like cool stuff that are going to pull out. Maybe one or two might linger in there again, but I don't know. That kind of sucks because if they do some really rad stuff on this, they're probably gonna be like, "Oh, that was cool. We're done with that." By the time they get to us, so it's like, damn it. So, but it gives hope, of like changing it up and stuff too. So,
yeah,
I don't know. It'd be cool. Hopefully they'll announce something and we can start getting ours, because that'll make it a lot more fun following this too, knowing we got our shows coming up too.
Right?
So,
yeah.
Just like getting more and more bitter with every like awesome set list we see. So
yeah, and then trying to figure out what show that the three of us are going to meet up at.
Yeah.
And do a live podcast from the parking lot.
Yeah. Totally.
Pre-gaming in the parking lot.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. That East Coast there is pretty close. Once we get it all strung together, make it happen. Or we'll all just fly out to LA or something. That'd be cool too.
yeah, we can all just go as far as we possibly can.
Yeah, we're all going to Hawaii to see our
together.
one show together.
Oh, Alaska? I'm in. Sign me up.
Well, I guess we'll wrap on that note then, and we'll keep everyone in touch. We're going to try to keep it rapid fire, or, maybe we'll stockpile what we got. We're going to play it by ear, but you'll definitely get reviews and regular shows bi-weekly as we plan through this and the whole regular spiel. So stay tuned. It's going to be awesome. And a big thank you to the few people we have talked to that want to help out and send us some snippets and sound bites. And thank you to everybody out there listening to this now that is sort of contemplating the idea of maybe recording something for us, and we'll thank you in advance for that. So thank you.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
and a big old thank you to Chaz and Antonio here, fellas. So as we begin another epic chapter in the Cure's history, it's great to have you guys on board and curious with me. So thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
And,
you are a fearless leader.
Oh yeah. So until next time, we'll say talk hard and be safe out there with your travels if you're one of the lucky ones.
Yes, wear a mask when around a lot of people. Stay safe, and hopefully you have your vaccination.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Good
don't be
luck.
spreading this shit.
No glove,
Or-
no love, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
Talk hard.
All those things I said, all those things that made you cry, I didn't really mean that stuff. I didn't really mean that stuff.
All right, that's going to wrap us up. Thanks so much for listening, and hope everybody's nice and pumped for the tour now. Get out there and let us know how it goes. We don't want to leave, though, without thanking our Patreon crew. If you want to check out our Patreon, go to patreon.com/The Holy Hour Podcast. And a special shout out to Donna, Craig, Jeff Hilton, Jeff Cortland Jones, Sue, Ben, John, Allison, Alan, Dione, and Amicio, and Danny, and Coulter. And our newest Patreon from the UK, Matt Ford. Welcome to the Patreon crew. Patreon member Dana is an extremely talented artist, editor, 2D animator, motion graphic designer, and VFX artist. And best of all, just happens that she's for hire. So her work can be seen at vimeo.com/Dana Dale. And there's also super cool animated Wish artwork over there that you need to check out as a Cure fan. So go on over to vimeo.com/Dana Dale and be sure to reach out to her if that's something that would help promote your business or work. Scott of the Sarlacc Digest podcast invites all Star Wars loving Cure fans over to their shows, which air live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube. They do the live thing every week. So catch their replays if that's easier for you, though, everywhere you listen to podcasts. Each week they bring you quality line talk and digesting Star Wars topics for over 1,000 years. Currently, you can catch the weekly reviews of Andor episodes and so much more at the Sarlacc Digest. Lisa says, check out DickensYYC.com. It's the website for a totally hip venue up in Calgary, Canada, that hosts a wide range of live shows and events. Front 242 is playing there actually in October. But go to DickensYYC.com to check out the full list of shows and details. And also follow them on Twitch to be part of some live stream action. Feel like making a difference in the world? Well, Matt says consider downloading the Red Cross Blood Donor app. It's free and easy to use. You can schedule an appointment to donate blood. And just think of all those apps going to waste on your phone. This one would actually help save lives. So download it today, the Red Cross Blood Donor app. And of course, check out CureThreads.com. That's where you're going to find Kate's original Cure-inspired artwork on a wide range of products, including shirts, sweatshirts, coffee mugs, cell phone cases, even socks, everything. Just go on over and have a look. Don't forget to snag yourself one of those kazoos, too, they have over there for the upcoming live shows. And kazoo along to all your favorite Cure songs at the show. Can you imagine how annoying that would be if somebody next to you at the Cure show is playing a kazoo along to everything? It probably would not end well. So I guess I should say kazoo responsibly, okay? But you got to get it. It's over at CureThreads.com. And of course, Chaz at 17_seconds on Instagram. Go follow him so he can hook you up with even more amazing Cure wear. go get yourself the latest shirts or some. You might luck out and be able to find one of the leftovers over there. But you want to look good for the Euro 22 shows coming up. Everyone will be like, whoa, where the hell did you get that Cure shirt? And then you say with pride, 17secondshirts.bigcartel.com. Actually, that's where I got them. And you should go over there and see what's up for pre-order right now. And also check out Chaz's other podcast, Excommunication Station, as well as Antonio's other podcast, Nobody Speaks. And be sure to follow us on Instagram to get all the updates instantly. And subscribe on Apple and YouTube and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Follow the Facebook page so you can comment on your Euro 22 tour hopes and predictions. And if you want to get in touch directly, just email me at gavinconnor@gmail.com. Or, of course, if you want to be one of the people sending us recordings, hint, hint, of the post-show reviews or thoughts during the tour, that's a great email to use, too. So, once again, Gavin Connor, that's GAVINCONNER @gmail.com. Okay, that's it for now. Good luck to all the travelers out there. Stay tuned, and I'll try to relay the highlights back to you as much as I can as we begin Euro 22 tour. RVO. 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 RVO.